Okay, welcome back to Chasing That Bag podcast, Moneybag Motivation. This is episode 26, and we back doing it different like how we always do. We got a special guest in the founder and owner of USTDKA, Kama Nefe. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. But yeah, you can go ahead and let the people know who you are and what you do. Then we go start off from there.
Okay, but so basically, I'm just some guy from London who messes with designers, music artists, just everything. And I like to interview them and get some background into who they are, what they do.
And what inspired you to start or pursue doing this?
A lot of the artists I fuck with weren't getting enough recognition and stuff, so I kind of just wanted to put people onto them. And yeah.
That's good because I'm like that's kind of like why I started my podcast because one they don't be a lot of recognition for people where I'm from, and it's not I haven't seen no media outlet like mine, so I completely understand your perspective with that
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
for sure. But let's see. So is this like a passion or this just something that you wanted to do that's gonna lead into what you're passionate about?
I mean, it is a passion for me, but personally, I want to be all those things myself. I want to be a fashion designer. I want to be a musician. I want to be an artist. So if I'm able to kind of interview people and get some insight into how they got into it, hopefully eventually I'll get into all that shit and do it myself. But also it's about putting people on and giving them a voice.
Cause I'm like that was gonna be my next question. I was gonna ask you. I'm like, would you go like start doing like merch for your media platform?
Hell yeah. Once we get the magazine out, man, I'm going to start pumping out merch. I'm going to start putting USTDKA on everything, man.
I can't wait. Then we most definitely got to do a collab whenever.
Oh, for sure. I'm wearing your hoodie right now, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
crazy.
didn't even get. Did I thank you, bro? Because you sent me all that extra shit on top of the hoodie just because I interviewed, bro, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
no problem. I appreciate you even supporting my brand and even giving me the opportunity to give me the opportunity to be interviewed on your platform.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Because I liked your brand, bro. I liked what you were doing. Like, you're not in the mainstream, in it, but you're doing something that fucking resonates with people and people can get behind, bro. So I just
Yep.
need to give you a bit of a voice.
For sure, I appreciate that for real. Cause I'm like when you told me where you was from, I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. Cause I'm like, I never thought something like that would be happening like this soon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's crazy. But do you have any other passions or like ventures that you plan on doing once you like scale your media platform? How you want to do it?
I want to do music, man. I want to start like a punk band. I want to be doing rapping. I want to be producing instrumentals and shit. I want to be doing art. I want to be making clothes and shit. That's about it, to be honest.
That's good. Cause I'm like and then that's just adding to everything that you're doing. Cause that give you a whole extensive look at everything. When somebody look at everything that you've done or that you're doing so far, they'll be like, he did media, fashion, music. Like you just taking over in all aspects. So that
Yeah,
is
yeah. I'm
most
trying to do
definitely.
everything at once, man.
Yeah, that's good. Now, is there anyone like specifically that you haven't had a chance to interview yet, or just have a conversation with that you would like to?
Fucking, I want to interview. There's all sorts of rappers and shit I want to interview, but it's like they're too big. I'm a small platform at the moment, man. So it's like they're too big to kind of give me the time of day. But once they do, man, I'm gonna get some like big names in here and start building up the brand through them.
For sure. Yeah, you could just so where you at right now, you working towards getting there. So whoever you want to interview, it's gonna happen. And you just
Hell
gotta
yeah,
just speak
I
it
hope
into
so, man.
existence.
Yeah.
Okay, now dang, I'm trying to remember the question I was gonna ask. Okay, but anyway, let me see. So do you like plan on like transitioning to like how you do the interviews, like eventually like making like your own media app? Let's get back to the questions. But how was your upbringing like growing up in the UK?
Fucking, I had good parents, man. That's one thing about me. I had good parents, and I had like a decent upbringing, but it was in a shitty area, bro. So like, I saw a lot of shit at a young age that kind of stuck with me, bro. But I've always been into music. I was heavily into hip hop and shit since I was 13. I was into like emo rap and shit back then. I was into like Lil Peep, fucking Black Cray, all of them, man. But I've kind of upgraded my music taste since then. But yeah, my upbringing was cool, man. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So you a only child?
Nah, I got a sister. I got a big sister.
Oh, okay, that's good. But is there any other like media platforms out there that like inspire you or that you would like to like work with?
I would like to work with every media platform, man, if it was available to me. But I mean, at the moment, it probably isn't. In the future, maybe.
Yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible, bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
for sure.
Okay, I'm trying to let me see. I don't know what happened to the questions I had, but okay. Didn't I already ask you about what the like you making your own media app?
Nah, you didn't ask me about that. I might make my
Okay,
app eventually, but I mean, I don't know what I'd do with it at the moment. To be honest, it would probably be like not fleshed out enough to do at the moment. I need to wait till I'm a bit bigger to make an app.
okay. So where do you see yourself with everything that you plan on doing and that you're doing right now in the next I say in the next 3 to 5 years?
Fucking, I hope I'm in a mansion somewhere in 5 years, man. I don't want to still be at my parents' house in 5 years. I hope I'm balling. I hope all my shit's going well, music, fashion, everything. I hope, yeah, I hope my income is high. I hope I got a bunch of friends and like, yeah, everything's good.
Most definitely, and watch this gonna be evidence of it. That's why I'm glad that I'm able to do this
Yeah, for
interview with
sure.
you because you
Yeah,
would be able to look back on this and be like, I did everything that I said I
I
wanted
did
to.
everything. I stood on my shit. I did everything I said I was gonna do.
Yep. But did you have wanted to talk about or let the people know about that you
I
got
wanna,
going on?
bro. To be honest, I wanna know about you because I'm half American in it, so I kind of resonate with your fucking streetwear because it's so like ingrained in the American kind of like culture. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know
Yeah.
about you as well, man. I want to know where you grew up and fucking what you experienced.
Okay, I got you. Well, I grew up in the United States, but in specifically in Gary, Indiana. I was born and raised here, and I'm still here at the moment. But I didn't been other places, but this was where I'm at for the moment till everything else go how I wanted to.
You ever
But
been to North Carolina?
not yet. But I've shipped merch to there though. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part.
that's where all my family are from, and Florida as well, man.
Oh, so you saying that's where they're from?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. So were you born over here? Or you were born in the UK?
I was born in the UK at St. Thomas's, man, but I've been going to America since I was really young.
Ah, well, that's good. At least you know what it's like over here, though.
Hell yeah. And boy, it's totally different in the States because fucking everyone's got guns and shit, man.
Exactly. I
That's the
was
main
just gonna
thing that
say
makes
that.
it different.
Everybody say that. That's the crazy. I was just gonna say that because there's like you ain't got to worry about that if you were in the UK because they don't have guns. You only thing you have to worry about is knives.
Yeah, I mean you can get guns here, but it will cost you like £500 and it will be a constant fucking risk of like SWAT busting down your door and taking it from you. So it's a whole different culture to the States.
Yeah, that's crazy. It always hit it. It's way safer over here than it is in the States, and I fully agree with that. Even though I haven't been over there yet, because I'm like I know it got to be somewhere safer than here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's safe, but it isn't that safe, bro. Because man will still fuck you up with a knife, and it will be more painful than being shot with a gun.
Yeah, damn, you right. But that's crazy. Because I'm like, as soon as I was thinking that you said that, but I forget what else I was saying. But okay, but yeah, I grew up in Gary, Indiana. I'm still here at the moment, and I started my brand in. Well, I came up with the idea for my brand in 2017, but I had got help starting it my senior year of high school, and this was 2018. And
Yeah,
my business teacher, I had brought the idea to him, like, just trying to see if he's gonna laugh at it, cause like, everybody else that I brought the idea to or told about, like, "Oh, I'm trying to do a brand called Chasing That Bag," like, people laughed. So when I brought it to him, because he had his own brand also at the time, I asked him, like, could he, tell me, like, how to do it? And I'm like, "We need to do a collab, like, just see if he'd take me serious." And he didn't laugh, he took me serious, and then it just went from there. He helped me make my first design that I had drew in my notebook, and then what happened? Yeah, I made he made my first few shirts, and I sold them. I was selling them at school before I graduated. Then graduate. This was like right like a few months before graduation. That's why I'm like, I wish I would have started earlier, but it is what it is. But yeah, I started selling the shirts, like it was doing good, and then after I graduated, that's when I started. A lot of people at the beginning they kept asking because I didn't have the money bag logo at first. It was just chasing that bag, just the words on the t-shirt. So a lot of older people was what you mean by chasing that bag? Like trying to insinuate I was saying like drugs or something. I'm like, why would I be trying to promote that? I'm like, I'm not trying to promote nothing
nah,
negative.
you're not trying to promote chasing that bag of fucking heroin or some shit. You're trying to
Exactly.
promote chasing
That's
that
what
bag of money, man. Chasing that bag of dollars.
exactly. That's what I'm like. Why? I'm like, I don't know why that's the first thing that the older crowd think about. But I'm like, I got tired of being asked like, what bag you talking about? So I came up with the money bag. I did that. Then I made more shirts, and then with those like that did even better. But it didn't do like I wanted it to. But it did good enough to where I was able to make some type of profit. And then
Yeah,
I was at that point like I'm still learning everything, trying to figure out like how to make everything myself. Because at that time I started out outsourcing, getting stuff made by like different printing companies.
yeah.
Then then
I was
after
gonna
that,
ask you about your fucking production process, man, because I noticed the hoodie isn't pure cotton. But I was like, man, like this shit is still comfortable, so I'm allow it, fam. And it's like, but your money bag logo, man, I'm glad you came up with that because that shit is iconic. I saw it on the back of the green t-shirt, and it's like glow in the dark and shit. It looks properly like official.
like I appreciate that for real because I'm like I was just trying to think of something that like a character that'll match with my brand because I'm like I've been a huge fan of fashion for the longest, but like the main people that inspired me fashion wise, it started from Virgil. Then once Kanye started doing doing the Yeezy brand and everything, like it just that was it right there.
Yeah,
So I'm
Virgil
like,
fucking
I need to create
iconic,
something
man. R.I.P. Virgil for real, because
for
Virgil
real.
started like so much shit and just made people realize like you can come from nothing and level your way up.
Yep, that's why I still to this day I still study some of his work and the videos he left, like explaining stuff like with fashion and everything. That's on like I study everything he said, and I'm implementing that into my brand at the same time. And but yeah, that's what those the main two people that inspired me when it comes to fashion. But production wise, I make everything myself. Like so, let's like the logos that's on the hoodie that you got now, like I could just easily print them logos. Then I got these it's like a different kind of logo, like transfers. Like you can order like full color transfers from like
Yeah,
super color.
that's it.
And that's what I do. I order the transfers, had them on hand. Then once I see like start putting out like what color merch I'm releasing or something, or ask people what colors they want to see, then I start ordering like the blank hoodies, t-shirts, jogging suits, all that.
Yeah.
Then,
What? So
but I
you
don't
make it by hand then?
huh?
You print it by hand then?
Yeah, I print everything myself.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then, uh, yeah, I ordered. It's not like it was the beginning because it wasn't at the beginning. This how it started. I was outsourcing it, getting it made by other people. Then once I found out about the Cricut printer, then that's when I transitioned to that. Started learning that, and then that's when I gradually ended up learning about like the screen print transfers. And that's when I found Supercolor. Then it just went from there, and then that's when I changed my process because after I went from outsourcing to doing it myself with the printer. I was like ordering a bunch of inventory before I even like people even had people wanting it, trying to like plan ahead of time, trying to have stuff on hand because I'm like people be liking when you have stuff on hand because they could easily be like you got this, and then boom you could sell it the same day. But once I kept running into the problem of like at the beginning, I was trying to build like a trust between like me and the customers. So I wasn't like, oh, okay, bet. Okay, somebody be like, okay, I want this shirt or this hoodie, and I'd be like, bet, it's just $30. I'm gonna order it, make it, then I'm gonna let you know when it's ready. Then you could pay for it. Then like some people wasn't paying. I finished making it, hit them up. Then they when some people wasn't paying for it. So that's why I'm like, once I kept running into that, I changed my order policy and how I did my orders. So
Yeah,
now
for sure.
so now I have like a smaller amount of inventory on hand, but like just enough. Almost, I have usually almost every size on hand just in case, like at least three of each, and
Yeah, that's good, man.
and all in different colors. Then now I have it like somebody wants something or they trying to buy a certain thing, even if I ain't don't have it on hand, I just be like you got to pay for it ahead of time before I even make it. Even if it's made already, you still got to pay for it because
Yeah.
I'm like at the going through what I went through that first time, I'm like I'm not doing that again. That's why I had changed my end up changing my order policy.
Now
Then
people will try and fuck you up, fuck you over too much, man. That's why you need an order policy like you have now, where you have to order it before even you have to pay for it before it even gets produced, man.
most definitely, because I'm like I was wasting a lot of product doing it. I had a bunch of stuff on hand. People said they wanted, but then didn't respond back when I told them it was done. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing this to myself because I'm like that was putting me in the hole too. I wasn't making that much profit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like I gotta come with a new approach, and I easily just came up with that, and it been working out ever since I started it. But only thing like now, I'm just trying to like because I'm like I got manufacturers and stuff, but I haven't got to the point where I'm using them. I'll probably use a manufacturer for like a certain specific thing, but I'm trying to like use like a find a good manufacturer. Well, I get manufacturers. I'm just trying to get a good one to where they not trying to charge me like $1,000 for shipping or something, because that's what they be trying to. Some of them be trying to scam you like that, trying to
Yeah,
overcharge. You done
most
paid like
definitely.
600 for like the merch that they making, then the shipping like $1,000. Like that don't add up.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man.
Yep. So when was it? Okay? So yeah, I started doing that. And when it was, I think 2020. 2020 is the year that everything got. This before I changed my order policy, but everything was getting like the brand was growing more than it was the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Then what happened? Yeah, I was sending stuff to influencers and different social media people, different celebrities, and not all of them was responding, and the ones that responded didn't get it. Like some of them weren't even wearing it, but majority of the ones that I sent stuff to wore it, and that helped a lot. Then what was I doing after that? Then this same year, like towards the summertime, that Brisk, like they started doing this contest. Like you got to take a picture holding a brisk or something. I'm like, and I seen like all the pictures that everybody was submitting. It was like regular pictures. So I'm like, let me do a professional picture of me drinking a brisk and but wearing my brand at the same time. So if I win, they could that'd be free promotion.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I
That's
did
quite, that's a good idea, man.
exactly. I did this. This was like the summer, almost like middle of the year. They didn't announce the winner till like December. But in that meantime, I 3 or 4 pop-ups, like pop-up shops in between that time, and that helped a lot also because like it was like different locations around around my hometown, and so that they got my name out there more because more people was able to like see me in person and see like
Yeah,
everything that I had to offer.
that's
Then
important, man.
most definitely. Then as the year went on, like I started like learning more like just branding wise how to get better with branding. 'Cause I'm like at that time I wasn't just releasing anything, but I like certain stuff to see the reaction it'll get, so I know what I'm releasing next. Once I have figured out what people like, the colors and all that, okay, bet. I'm like, I'm not going much, but I'm gonna still like I'm gonna post it on my stories instead of making it to a post like I used to. And I started learning more. once December came around that year, that's when they had DM me and announced that I had, like, that helped a lot too, because I'm like, it brought a lot more people and shined the light on my brand off of
Wait,
something
so
completely different.
you won the brisk contest, yeah?
Yep. They
Oh,
they
that's
liked my
crazy, man.
picture, but the crazy part is I had did two different pictures. It took I took two different pictures. It was like two different times, and they liked the second one more than the first one I did. So, but yeah, that one that I'm like, I was on a high off that, because I'm like, I didn't think. Well, I knew I was gonna win because I kept speaking it into existence. I kept saying, I know they gonna pick us um cause why? Cause yeah, everybody else was doing regular, like, pictures off the phone. I'm like, I'm finna, like, separate myself and do
Doing
something different.
professional shit, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like, and
man,
it
I
wasn't
used
even
to
all.
drink brisk all the time, man. I remember walking up to the gas station and buying that shit. That's crazy.
Yep, I still support they company, because I'm like, I wanted, even and I didn't talk to them. They be responding sometimes. I'm like,
Mm.
I told them, like, I want to work with you all in the future at some point, because I know I'm not big enough now to where, like, I could offer you guys any value, but at some point I would like to work with you all, because I'm like, they are part of my childhood in a way, because I'm like,
Yeah,
I drunk
definitely.
them growing up, so I'm like, if I can work with y'all, like, that'd be a dream come true.
Bro, you
That's
know what you should get? The Arizona Tea collab.
oh,
Arizona Tea X chasing that bag, because you
yep,
know how their bottles are already so like artistic and shit.
yep.
If you could just like collab with them, that'd be crazy.
Yep,
It's a
that's what
good shit.
I'm gonna watch. We go. You go see it happen. I'm gonna speak and work that into existence. Because I'm like, once I
Hell
see,
yeah.
like, they respond back, I'm like, okay, then I got a chance of getting a sponsorship with them at some point. Then that's when,
Yeah.
like, 2020 was the same time also that I had started the podcast, because this was at the same time, like, um a lot of people wasn't supporting me, or what, people that I knew from where I'm from. I don't know why it's like that, but wherever you from, like, a lot of people don't support you.
Oh, for sure.
It'd be your friends that you cool with and everything, but, like, other people that went to school with you and just people in general that know you, they will not support you because they know you. But
Yeah, I mean it's jealousy too, man. It's just they hate to see you winning, man, when they're still stuck in their dead end jobs, fucking doing
yep.
whatever.
And I noticed, because I'm like, one person, they asked me something. They was like, why you acting different or something? And I'm like, that's why some people mad, and they like, nah, I ain't finna support them, because I'm not the same person that I was when we was in high school. Like, I didn't improve myself. So I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
you can't stay the same all the time. That's why I'm like, people want you to stay the same so they can feel comfortable staying the same too.
Mm.
So that's why I'm like, I couldn't, because I'm like, they used to bother me a lot, but I'm like, at that time I was so frustrated by that. Then this was like the same time, like the George Floyd incident had happened, like, and I got tired of, like, I'm not finna go to social media to post my opinion. I'm like, I'm finna create my own platform so I can voice my opinion and have ownership of my podcast and what I'm speaking, instead of
Hell yeah. Hell
going
yeah.
on the platform
People
and posting
always
like everybody
post
else.
like stories about that shit and like stories about activism, bro. But that isn't doing shit, to be honest. Like if you got a
Exactly.
company that's actually doing shit to kind of change shit and
Yep.
change like the police department, but if you're just posting stories, man, and say like sign this petition or some shit, that's not really doing much.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it got to go deeper than that. That's why I'm like, if I build because I'm like, I know this not necessarily a media platform, but, like, I'm trying to build, like, extensions of it, like, like, have different shows coming from, like chasing that bag media. And
Hell yeah.
but yeah, my whole thing, I just wanted to create a platform, because I'm like you said, you can't try to make a difference posting petitions or telling people your story and all that, like, because it's on social media, so people just go scroll right past it, they go read it, react
Exactly,
to it, then
bro.
that's it.
They're gonna
And then
scroll past, bro, and see a picture of a fat booty Latina and forget about that shit, bro. That's how
exactly,
social media is engineered.
yep. That's why I'm like, I'm finna start the beginning of creating my own platform. So whenever I see somebody that don't have the recognition or not getting the support that they deserve from, like, the same place that we from, like, I'm finna get them a platform to speak on. Especially if I
Hell
if
yeah.
I know them, or even if we doing the same thing or come from the same place, I'ma still support you. But
Mm.
if it was a person that, like, this my brand or something, I'm not finna allow you to be on my platform and you talk negatively about me or my brand. So that's why I'm like, I just I just try
Yeah,
to
man.
work with that I feel like that genuinely uh like everybody at the end of the day,
Put
all they
out
all good
positive
people.
energy and shit, man.
Yep, exactly. Because I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't want to bring somebody on the platform to do like something negative, like posting about like different, like just different negative stuff. Because I'm like, this like I ain't trying to. It's not like a motivational podcast. It's just I don't really know exactly where I want to go with it, but I want to make sure that it's positive content on my podcast instead of
yeah, man.
the negative. Because everybody need to change their like what they hearing and what they listening to. Because some people be listening to straight negativity, like the news, or just depending on the music that a person may listen to. But
Yeah, for sure.
most definitely. But
Yeah, man. That drill music has people fucked up over here.
yeah.
That murder music,
Yep, because they using that to their advantage because they profit off of that. So that's why they push it more than any other genre.
for sure.
But what else? But yeah, that was the same year I started the podcast too, and I started doing that. But I haven't been consistent with it like I want to. But I've been putting out like a good amount to where like I could be satisfied because I'm like
Yeah, I seen your podcast, man. You just need to get some like bigger guests on that shit, and you'll be popping. Because
yep.
you know how to do this shit. Like you ask the questions properly and all that.
Yep, because I'm like I in a way I study this too because I'm like I would watch other podcasts too like
Yeah, and see how they do it. Yeah.
yep, exactly. And I just take from how they do. Okay, let me see. Okay, if it's like if they going in a direction where they forget what they was talking about, they end up finding it somehow, but still talking about another situation or another question while they figuring out what they was trying to ask.
Mm.
But yeah, most definitely watching other podcasts that like that helped me. That's like me. I'm fans of the other podcasts that I watch, but at the same time, I'm studying and seeing like what can I implement into my podcast because I'm like I'm
Mm.
not trying to be like other podcasts. I'm trying to be like unique in my own way, but
Unique. Yeah, exactly, man.
take
You
like
got
the media skills from other people that's doing podcasts also.
yeah, for sure. Do you listen to Joe Rogan?
Yep, most definitely. I always listen to
Yeah,
Joe Rogan.
he's got some bangers, man.
Yep. One of my favorite podcast episodes that he did was when he interviewed Kevin Hart.
Yeah, oh,
That
that was
was
funny as
most,
fuck, man.
most definitely. It was funny and he was dropping a lot of like just gems and like information and it was just like a lot of different like positive motivational stuff and I'm like, see, I'm like this is that's what got me started on like listening to Joe Rogan like who he had on that more.
No, Kevin Hart is a stand-up dude, man. He gives a good message on how to deal with haters and shit too.
Most definitely. That's why I'm like, I want to like similar to what he did with his platform because he got his own production company. All that. That's why I'm like, I want to do that with my brand because I'm like, that's what I'll be trying to like. I'm not trying. I know I can't do everything now, but I want to at some point chasing that bag. The brand is just like the beginning and the door that open up all the other things that I'm doing under the chasing that bag name because I'm
Yeah, man.
like I'm doing
You got to
so much.
branch out for sure. You could do fucking chasing that bag record company easily,
Yep.
man.
That's why I'm like, I got like I'm gonna be doing chips soon. I'm gonna be doing like women's like purses.
Hell yeah,
Like so that's why
hell
I'm like I
yeah.
got it's so many ideas I got with this. That's why I'm like I just gotta be patient with it and just remember everything that I plan on doing. Cause I'm
Yeah,
like
for sure.
cause people be like, oh, you only got the brand. I'm like, no, I'm like it's a lot, it's way more. Cause I'm like I try to make different extensions of it. Like how like I got the podcast, then my my custom clothing page and because I got another page like chasing that bag customs like you can get custom clothing made for your business brand or event or whatever and you can get like logos made if you need that also because I taught myself how to make how to do like graphic design so
Yeah,
I
that's sick, man.
yep because I'm like before I was using like graphic design where I was using like Fiverr to get my logos made and I'm like once I got tired of that I'm like I gotta teach myself at some point because I'm like
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
you can't rely on those freelancers on Fiverr, man. You got to
yep
do it yourself.
then I just felt like I can't call myself a fashion designer if I'm not drawing my designs or making them myself in some way.
For sure. Yeah.
So that's why I had did that. But let me see. I think this it was just the yeah. I got a lot with like just starting from my brand because it all started from my brand. I started the brand, and the podcast came, then the customs page came, then the next thing, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do next, but I got everything else though, cause it's like a timing for it. Cause I'm like, I can't
Mm.
do the chips now.
I
I can
remember you
start working
telling
on
me,
it.
man, when I interviewed you, you said some shit like your auntie died or someone died when you were developing the brand, and that kind of like set you back a little bit.
Yeah, it was actually like two different like points with the like that was in 2019. Okay. 2017, that's when I came up with the name. But that's the same year that my uncle passed away. So that was a lot for me to deal with already, cuz I'm like I don't think if that wouldn't have happened, I probably would have ended up starting it that year, but I was in a dark place that year. Like it was like dark
Yeah,
for like
I
for
can
like 6
understand,
months.
man. I can't imagine losing my uncle. That shit sucks, man.
Yeah. But cuz I'm like it was like them 6 months like I ain't want to do nothing. I just what was it? I forget how I said it. I'm like I was just so like confused at that, like, dang, he's still supposed to be here. But I'm like, it was just mentally getting over that. Cause I'm like, at that time, that's when I first started learning about mental health.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
right before that happened, that's when I first discovered mental health. And I already had like mental health issues. I just didn't know that until once I had read, I mean, because I had psychology at that same year because that was my junior year. And I had psychology. That's when I learned about anxiety and depression. And I'm like, hold on, I'm like, this sounds like me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
that's what I'm like, dang, I'm
That's
like,
the issue. A lot of people nowadays, especially like a lot of people that aren't, because the rich people are all into that shit because they're into like psychology and all that. But the
yep,
poorer people aren't into fucking mental health, and they have fucking anxiety and depression sometimes, and they don't even know it. So they just ignore
exactly.
that shit until it gets too big to handle.
Yep, and this was around the same time that mental health started becoming cool to talk about. Because before, if you talked about anything regarding mental health, they called you crazy or tried to label you. Oh, they need to go to a mental asylum. Like it's not that deep for everybody, depending on what the issue is. But that's around the same time it started being cool to talk about mental health. But that's when I discovered, like like a little before that situation happened. Then like that put me in a dark place. I got out of that. Then that's when I started 2018, then 2019 towards the end, my grandma passed and but I remember like she had 2 weeks to live and I had the chance to see I was going to see her every day before I went to work.
Mm,
And she was just talking to me about like she was like nah, she was like just telling me like every whatever you trying to do, like you can do that and your brand is gonna be very successful. Like everything gonna go exactly how you want it to. Like she was
that's
just
amazing, man.
for real.
That's
That's
good
why
motivation.
most definitely. That's why I'm like and I ain't never felt like, oh, I want to quit at any point. That's why I'm like, I'm not. It's hard for me to quit anything because I'm like, I grew up seeing my mother like work 2, 3 jobs while going to school at the same time, getting her degree, and she no complaints, picking us from school, taking care of us, all that. That's why I'm like, if she then went through all that stuff, dealing with people being mean to her and stuff. That's why I'm like, I can deal with this because I'm like, I want to accomplish this and I want to get this to a certain point. So whatever I
Hell
got to
yeah.
go through, I'm gonna endure it. I'm gonna feel whatever feelings I need to feel, and then I'm right back to it.
You
But I'm
say
like,
people being mean to her. Were people mean to her often, man? Like, what's that about?
I say like work wise, like people at her job like trying to give her a hard time and like
Yeah. Oh,
for
that's
no
shitty,
reason.
man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then think about like dealing with that, trying to go to school, get your education, and you got to take care of your kids at the same time. That's why
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, that's
yeah,
a
man.
lot. And I never seen her complain throughout that time. But she said she went through a lot at that time. But I'm like, I didn't see it. I only seen what I seen, like what you let her see. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm like
exactly.
that inspired me a lot because I'm like that's why I'm like I don't care what happened, what I'm doing with my brand or whatever. I'm like I can't, and I'm not gonna give up. Be too deep in, and like I'm not trying to like be on my deathbed. Like dang, I regret not finishing my brand or doing what I want. Like nah, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
accomplish
got to accomplish your goals, man. You got to
exactly
stick with it.
because you only
Stick
got
with
one
it no
life.
matter what.
Yep. Cause I'm like, you only got one life, and I'm like, I don't want to have no regrets. Cause I'm like, I didn't already went through stuff and all that. I'm like, this can't stop me. I'm like, I gotta keep going to get to where I'm trying to get to. And at the same time, I'm not just thinking about myself. Like I want to like my family and my friends. That's why I'm like, I want to be able to get everything that I'm doing to the spot and like get my business to scale to the point where I can employ my family and friends and create opportunities for just anybody that I'm in that I know that's in my circle.
Hell yeah.
Cause I'm like, I don't want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, and then everybody else that like that I grew up with or that's my friends or my family are not even millionaires. That's why I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
you
not
got to
right.
share the love, man. Once you see
Exactly.
that success, you got to share it with the other people who are still struggling.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, if anybody I encounter throughout this journey that's on the same page as me, I'm like, hey, like you can come with me. I'm gonna support you, what you doing, and whatever opportunities that might come about that can bring value to what you doing or anything that we doing as a collective. I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna be putting your name out there. That's why I'm like,
Mm.
I don't like, especially like what anything that I'm doing. I don't see it as I'm competing with anybody because I feel like I'm competing against myself. Cause I'm
Yeah, man.
like, whatever I did last year, I gotta overlap that and do more. That's why I'm like, I can't be focused on somebody else because I don't know what the next person might be going through mentally or what they had to go through to get to the point what I'm seeing.
Yeah, nah,
Cause
you
I'm
got a
like,
good mentality in that regard, man. You can't be focused on what they're doing. You just got to focus on what you're doing.
exactly. That's why I'm like, cause I remember like I've been felt like that, but like my first no my second pop up that I did. Like it was a brand that had this my brand like after the fact, and I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm like, I didn't say nothing bad about his brand because I'm like, I actually like his brand, but I just didn't understand. I'm like, what's the point of like talking down on another brand and we all from the same place? I'm like, we supposed to be
Wait, you said
support each other.
he said it was his brand.
No, he said something negatively about my brand. He dissed it,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it was
that's
like
some
a
bullshit, man.
subliminal.
What, did he have a brand as well then?
Yeah, he do.
Oh, man.
Yep, and
No,
we
he's just
from the
trying to
same place.
fucking suck up those sales from you, man. He's just hating to try and fucking elevate himself above you.
Exactly.
That's some people should work together, man. That's what it's about, not fucking penalize each other to get ahead.
Exactly, because I feel like you trying to compete with me, and I don't even see you as competition. Because I'm like that take the fun out of everything. So
Exactly.
why would I?
That-
Because if we compete, then somebody got to lose. I
Yeah,
don't want nobody to have no bad feelings towards me because they lost. Because of that's why I'm like I'd rather compete against myself because I'm like I ain't trying to compete against nobody else because I don't know what you went through. I don't know what you going
yeah,
through. I
yeah.
don't know
Nah,
what you
that's
had to deal with.
yeah for sure. What was his brand, man? If you feel all right, name dropping it. What's his brand?
Nah, I don't want to say it.
Is it okay? That's cool.
I could tell you, I DM it to you, but I
All right.
don't want to say it because I'm like a lot of people don't even know that this happened. Only I know because of one I seen it. Then I didn't I had like brushed it off because I'm like he ain't talking about me. Then one of my friends had brought it to me. He was like, bro, I think he talking about your brand, and I'm like, what? I'm like, he said like the reasons and connected everything. I'm like, he is.
Yeah.
Then one of his supporters bought something for me, and what the first thing they said, "Oh, you the one that sell the Gildens," and I'm like, "Oh, that was true."
Wow, man.
That's why I'm like, that's messed up. But I'm like, still
Hey,
to this day,
that is fucked up, but bro, you need to upgrade from the Gildens at some point, bro.
I
Like
did.
they did you?
Yeah, I did. I don't even use Gildan no more. That's the crazy part.
Is it? That's cool, man. But my shit was gilded, and I don't give a fuck about that low key because it's 100% cotton. It's still good
Exactly.
quality.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. People, he was
And
just
the
trying to,
fucking bro, what actually matters outside of the fabrics is the design, bro. You've got that shit down. Like, if you just keep going and keep fucking putting out designs, you're gonna get there, man.
exactly, for sure. That's why I'm like, once that happened, I'm like, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna change. I'm like, I'm finna okay, since you said that, I'm not even finna get mad. I'm gonna just keep doing what I've been doing. I'm gonna keep improving like I plan to. And that's why I'm like that was since then, that's all it been. I'm not acknowledging it or like, putting nothing out there. I ain't never acknowledged it publicly or said nothing on social media or nothing. Because
Yeah, that's
people
good,
don't
man.
even know who it is. That's why I'm like, I want to keep it like that because I'm like that I would just want that person to remember. Cause it's gonna come a time like, it always come back to where you end up needing that person.
Yeah, for sure,
'Cause
man. Yeah,
you just somebody that's just getting started or at the beginning, you
you know,
like at the middle of the beginning, and
you
you
know
like
what's
this.
gonna happen? He's gonna keep using the higher quality shit that isn't gilded. Yeah, he's gonna run out of money real quick because he's not getting any profit in, and he's gonna come back to you fucking begging, bro. That's how it works.
Exactly. That's why I'm like I don't have no negative feelings towards him, but it's like just in my mind, I'm like if it come down to it, it's gonna be a time like oh I need I need to work with you. Like we should work together. Like, nah, I'm gonna say no because
Yeah, hell yeah. As you should, man. As you should.
exactly. Because I'm like, I don't want to do that because that'll be going against my morals and principles that I got with myself. Like, if
Yeah.
somebody said something negatively about you publicly, why would you work with them? I'm not
Oh, you
doing it.
fucking dissed me publicly, bro. I'm gonna help you out by doing a collab with you. Okay, it ain't happening, bro. Like, fuck
Exactly.
that.
That's why I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not doing that to myself because I'm like, that's not right in my opinion. I'm like, I would never diss nobody else's brand. Only if I feel like they stole a design from me or something. But I'm not gonna publicly diss you. I'm gonna say something to you directly. Be like, hey,
Hell yeah,
I
hell
think you
yeah.
took one of my designs. Like that's it. Because
Nah,
once
it sounds. You know what it sounds like he was doing. It sounds like he was sneak dissing you, man.
yeah, he was. That's why I'm like, I'm not even go cause yeah, I don't want to give it no acknowledgement or give it no energy because I'm like, then I'll be feeding into it. That mean he'll be winning. That's why I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just
just
keep
ignore that shit, man.
exactly.
Let them fucking rot or whatever.
Yep. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna just keep like I said, I'm like keep competing with myself because I'm like I'm trying to outdo myself from the year before, from the day before, the month before, whatever. I'm
Mm.
competing against myself only. Cause I'm like, can't it ain't nobody that could equal or attain amount to what you going through or what you competing with yourself with.
Hell yeah,
Cause it's
hell yeah.
different for everybody. Everybody going through some or going through different trials or tribulations that they got to deal with
Yeah.
that's
And no
pertaining to
one
their
else
journey.
knows what you're going through apart from you, bro. That's what it is.
Yep. That's why I'm like, I don't do that. That's why I'm like, I support whoever support me. I support them. And like that's it. Like I just be trying to put out positive energy with my brand, with my podcast, whatever I do in general. Like I just try to put out positive energy because I'm like it's needed. It
It's
ain't no need for
working,
no.
man. Trust me. That shit's
I
working. I
appreciate
can
it.
see it. You're
Yep.
getting bigger every day.
Most definitely, you is too, vice versa.
Hell yeah.
That's why I'm like, and then, like one of the main things that got my mindset to that point was, I remember in 2020 because everything that I accomplished in 2020 that all happened after I got fired from both my jobs,
Mm.
and I ended up reading this book, and that book can completely change my mindset. I feel like it changed my life at that point. It was it was like a turning point for me.
Well, it's like a self-help book, a
Yeah,
business book.
yep, it was The Magic of Thinking Big,
Oh,
and
hell yeah. Yeah.
that motivated me. I'm like, it was basically just it was confirming everything I was already thinking, but I thought I was crazy for. They was like anything you believe or you can think of, anything that you can believe or conceive, it can be done.
Yeah. That's a
So
good message, man. Yeah.
that's why I'm like, once I read I know it was an audiobook. I listened to it 3 times. While
Mm.
because I had found another job, but I was only there for 2 weeks, and then once I had listened to that 3 times, I had quit, and
Yo,
I'm like,
why'd you get fired from your first two jobs, if you mind me asking?
they used the COVID thing because you remember it was like
Oh,
here in the states
bro,
it was like
that was such a bum when they started firing people for that shit. So
exactly
many people fucking lost their jobs because of that COVID bullshit, man. It's not
exactly
even a fucking dangerous disease, bro. That's the thing about it.
yep. But I already had a feeling, but I already knew at some point I was gonna get fired because of the like the higher ups of each company didn't like me because I was like pointing stuff out. Like I'd be like this not right, or like what why y'all doing this, like why y'all like
Yeah.
like speaking up for
Yeah,
myself
hell yeah.
more.
Hell yeah.
And they didn't like that. Like, oh, he's speaking up for himself. Like, nah, we don't like that. Cause I
Bro,
started
that's my
speaking about
least
mental
favorite
health.
thing about working for someone else, bro. Like, if they're doing something like wrong or shitty and you call it out, you get fired, bro. Like, you're
Yep,
constantly under their control because you're on their payroll.
exactly. That's why I'm like, soon as I started talking about mental health and how like certain stuff bothered me. I'm like, y'all need to stop doing it because I'm like that mess with my anxiety. I'm like y'all don't care about nobody mental health. That's really what
Mm.
I was saying too.
Now, I
And
mean, if you once you get to a certain level of wealth, if you're not like an empathetic person, bro, you're just gonna do whatever possible to maximize profits, and you're gonna
exactly.
disregard fucking people's mental health, their being, everything.
Yep, that's why I'm like, and all of that in the process before I got fired, that just showed me like when I get to become, I mean, because I was already a CEO at that point. I had my LLC before, right? Like I got it that same year in January before I got fired in March, and But yeah, just seeing all that, just going through all that, that made me like, okay, I know what not to do when my business get big and I start hiring and getting employees and everything. I know how I want to treat. I know how I want to be treated as employees, so that's how I'm gonna treat my employees when I get to
Mm.
that point. Because I'm
Hey,
like, I
that's a
know,
better reason for getting fired than fucking I had, bro. When I was in America and I worked as a fry cook, I got fired because the boss saw me rolling up a blunt outside the restaurant, bro. He pulled up in his truck and I was trying to roll it up, but it was hella cold and windy and shit, so I was taking long.
yep,
And yeah, he saw me, man, and my job was just gone instantly.
yeah, I would have been shook. I was like, damn, I'm like,
Nah, I wasn't that shook, but bro, they told me if I came back and talked to him, I could get my job, but I didn't even want to because it was some fucking dishwashing job. It was so shit. It was like $8 an hour.
so they tried to change your position for you to come back. Like, okay, you was a fry cook, but we go try and put you in another position if you come back.
Nah, I was already a dishwasher, bro. But they said if you come talk to the boss, you can get your job back. But I found a better job after that, so I was like, "Fuck that, bro."
Oh,
Yo,
but that's good.
the fucking gutter, the drain used to like flood and soak our sneakers, bro. That's how bad it was with like dirty dishwater.
Yeah, I would have left before then.
Hell yeah. No, we always got high beforehand though, bro. So like we felt alright about it. We were making money, but it was still shit.
Yep. But I forget. Yeah, that was yeah. When I got fired, I was mad, but happened at some point because I was following all the rules, but they just got mad that I was speaking up and speaking out, like speaking up, calling them out on their BS and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it was a lot. Because especially that main job, the first one that fired me, like that was the main one, my main job, and they were trying to like work the hell out of me. Like I only had like 2 days off out the week, and I got to work the other job,
Mm.
so I barely got time to myself. And
Yeah.
I'm like, cause mentally, like that was tiring at first. Like I was just fighting through it, and I started getting tired of it. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna quit. And before I even fully got to that point of where I wanted to quit, they fired me. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So then that's what led me to I had found another job, but I was only out for 2 weeks because that's why at the same time while I was working there, they let us have our headphones in, so I was listening to the audio book. I listened to it 3 times. Then that's when I made my decision. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm finna quit this job. I'm like, because I'm tired of working for people, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna work for myself
Become
full
your own
time.
boss, innit?
Yep,
Yeah.
and that's what I've been doing ever since then. And
What was the job you worked after that? What are you doing?
it was janitorial. I had worked at
Janitorial.
yep, it was at an
Damn, that's
Amazon
sick. Once you
place.
get a little podcast in, man, that's a sick job. Honestly, you just listen to the podcast and zone out, and yeah,
Yep. So that's why I'm like that gave me the free time, and I was on my own. I didn't have to work with nobody. I was on my own. So this the whole day when I'm doing my work and stuff, I'm just listening to that book.
yeah,
And once I listened to him, like that, it gave me the confidence and confirmed like how I was already thinking. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm like, I'm finna bet on myself, and I'm finna work full time. It was hard at first, but like once everything got like I figured out the ways like how to like be more efficient with like having inventory. Like and once I changed my order policy, that's when everything got way better.
mm,
It's like now I just decided that I'm just trying to master like the advertising side because I'm like I'm getting better and better because I'm like I study like just content like content marketing in general. So I'm like I could break down anything like how you can be successful on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. I could break that down like to
yeah.
anybody.
I seen you do them reels, bro. That's good for your fucking
Yep.
reach and stuff, bro.
Cause I had learned that's what I learned. Like they only pushing now since they trying to compete with TikTok. They trying to push reels more, make it like a video app instead of you could post photos and stuff. That's why I'm like you gotta post. It's like a mix. You gotta post a majority of reels in order for your page or your post to be seen
Yeah,
more. And it's true. It actually helped. Not until they changed it. But
man. I
yeah,
want to get into them reels too, but I don't know what I'd do for it because it's kind of difficult to do a reel for a magazine unless you have like crazy editing skills and shit.
nah. I say look like it's different sounds. Like I'm gonna send them to you too. Like I was just finding different videos that'd be like here. it like the audio say like here's a picture as a video, and then it'll be like a 6-second audio or 6-second video, and it's just a picture that you put with the video, and that's
Mm.
it. And that'll boost up your engagement and your how many accounts seen your have visited your account.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's not because I used to think like, dang, I need a graphic designer, I need a video director. Like, nah, I don't. I just you can do everything off your phone and just off like basic stuff like how you post the covers, like the interview covers that you do. All you
Yeah.
got to do, you could just take that, select it, pick it as a like act like you hit the real thing, hit the
Add some
picture,
music and shit.
do the
Add some like
yep. That's why
fucking
it just be it be certain sounds also. Like if it's a certain sound that a lot of people been using, that'll help it even more too. More people start you'll be getting random likes from pages that's
yo,
not
do
even
you
following you.
know Destroy Lonely?
You said who?
Destroy Lonely,
No, I haven't heard of
the
that.
rapper, bro. You gotta use his sound, no stylist, for
Said you
your
can't?
clothing reels. I'll send it to you, bro. But it's a song, but that shit will pump you up because it's popular.
Bet. Yeah, send it to me because it's like different real. It's like okay, it'll be like somebody talking in the background saying like, okay, Instagram said you gotta post more reels now. Okay, so here's a picture as a reel. That's like a
Mm.
7-second video. Like, and then that's another thing. Like the shorter the video, like the more engagement and more people will see it. So that's
Man,
what
I hate that shit low key though, like, because they're just trying to turn it into TikTok.
exactly. That's why I'm like, it's only gonna be like that for like I feel like it's only gonna be temporarily because TikTok gonna be around for a long time, but Instagram ain't finna just lead that fast.
Mm.
So they only doing this now because they trying to keep up with TikTok. But once they surpass them or get even with them, that's when it might go back to normal to where you can make regular posts. But
Bro, honestly, I don't. I mean, I appreciate that they give me a platform, but I don't fuck with TikTok or Instagram because Instagram is Mark Zuckerberg and it's Facebook, and TikTok is some like Chinese company, bro. So it's
yep.
like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's how I was at first. Cause I'm like the first, I don't know how long TikTok been up, but like the first few years when it was out, I was avoiding. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm like, I ain't never getting on that. And once I seen, it was like it was helping different brands that I followed. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna be forced to get on that. Cause I'm like, it's helping. I'm like, and I don't like it. Cause I'm like, if you look into the agreements and the terms and what you call it, like the what is it? The terms and
Terms and conditions.
the terms and conditions for
Yeah,
TikTok, like they it's a lot of stuff in there that people don't read, but they like it's like they have access to certain stuff and all this
yeah,
stuff.
but
That's what
bro, they say like this contract gives us fucking access to your microphone and camera at all times, and people just scroll through that shit and click
yeah, or
accept,
like your
bro.
contacts or something. That's why I'm like
And then
always make sure.
yeah, and then you're constantly being monitored, bro. You don't even know
Yep.
it.
But that's the thing, like we already being monitored now. We being monitored by another country. That's why I'm like that's the crazy part because our own government monitor everything we do already. So now it's
Oh
just
hell yeah, the
two governments.
CIA and shit. Hell yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, it ain't that too much of a difference. But either way it go, like I still take the right precautions so my stuff won't like they won't be able to have easy access. Like that's why I'm like, I make sure I turn off like whatever apps that require a mic or your camera, I make sure it's off.
Mm,
Whenever I need to use it, that's when I turn it on. Cause
yeah.
I'm like, if you just let them have free range, they could see anything and everything. And
Oh
cause I'm
fuck
like,
them, bro. I'll tell them straight up to their face that I'm dealing shrooms and shit, bro. What are they gonna do? They're gonna talk to the fucking police department and like get me arrested. Fuck that, bro. They don't
exactly.
have enough time to do that shit, bro. If you're just small time, they're not gonna care.
Exactly. Plus, it's more important stuff they could be worried about. Oh, you doing this? Okay, well, we gonna mess with you then. Like, nah, it's more important stuff that they need to be focused on. And but I don't
Bro,
know
there's
why.
probably some fucking like what's it called? Al Qaeda, like fucking Bin Laden terrorists out there posting TikToks like check out my new AK and all that shit
Yep.
to like
I
some
wouldn't.
fucking what's it called sound in it, some
Yep.
pop song or some shit.
So I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be so much different stuff on TikTok. Like they be exposing so much stuff. That's why I'm like, that's you just gotta them people that's doing that. I'm like, you gotta be careful doing that. Cause
Yeah,
I'm
for
like, yeah,
sure.
yeah, you posting the truth and information, but that'll make you a target, and then
Yeah,
they'll end up
for sure.
trying to make you disappear. That's why I'm like, nope, you gotta
Yeah,
be
man.
careful.
That's why I never spoke out about the COVID shit too much, man. Because like
Same,
I
cause
always
I
thought
seen
like
it.
if you spoke out too much and became like a major activist in that shit, they were probably just gonna try and kill you, bro, and
Yeah.
get your voice out of the stream.
Yep, that's why I'm like, I was so against it because I'm like, I didn't get it, but now it's videos coming out saying that the people that didn't get it, you one of the smartest people because they was because that you can tell the way that they was pushing it through ads, it wasn't normal.
What,
Like
you mean the vaccine?
every
Oh,
single
fuck that
commercial,
shit, man.
you
Yeah,
could be
every intelligent person I know didn't get the vaccine, bro. Trust me, that shit is poison. It's a bio
exactly.
weapon.
Cause I'm like, bro, I'm like, they pushing it so hard, and they pushing it mainly to the like the minorities or like people that's
Bro,
not
the
in.
black community, they pushed it so hard. They had some fucking like underground rapper or like businessman or some shit saying, I took the vaccine and I'm
Yep.
from the state of what, bro. It was such bullshit. Like, honestly.
And they was trying to force celebrities to make commercials and stuff or tell they other black celebrity friends to do this and promote it. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate that they did that because I'm like, it's people that got it. That's why I'm like, a lot of people got it, but I'm like,
It,
I can't fold.
bro, honestly, like once they pay certain people enough money, they'll promote anything. Bro, they promote fucking crack if you pay them enough money.
You're right. That's the same way like with the like the vape commercials. Like they push those hard, but then it'd be like, oh, vaping is bad, but it'd be more vape like promoting it than anything. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, it's backwards. That's why I'm like the way that they was advertised and everything. I'm like, nope, I'm not getting it because it's not right. Then from past history, looking at the Tuskegee experiment, no, like it's just a repeat. It's like history repeating itself. That's
Yeah,
literally
I
all
heard
it
about
is.
that shit, man. That's fucked up. The US
Yep.
government is responsible for so much bullshit over the years, but people just brush it under the rug.
Exactly, but a lot of people know they just can't say because of they if you speak too much the truth of what they do or what's going on, they go try and make you disappear. Especially if you don't have any influence, like on let's say like on like Kanye West level. Like if you not on his part, they not even go make no like say anything to you. They just go get rid of you.
Hell
Like
yeah.
like just straight up.
Bro,
That's why I'm
Kanye
like,
must have a security team or some shit for the amount of stuff he's saying about the people in power. Like, he's probably got a target on his head right now.
yeah, that's why I'm like, I hope he not moving around and stuff, just stay in one place and have security. Cause I'm like the stuff he's speaking about, I'm like that's stuff that I ain't think nobody was ever gonna speak about all at once. And
Mm,
that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm like it's just because everybody like, oh, he's saying negative stuff. Okay, his delivery is bad when he speak about certain stuff. That's all it is.
true.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with the negative parts of it or how he like how they try to make it seem like, oh, he said this like this. He didn't mean it in that way. Like he just delivered it the wrong way. He said it the wrong way. It's like it's a way to say everything, and he just didn't fully articulate himself how he needed to.
Mm,
And people was like, okay, oh, he said it like that. Let's run with that. Let's run with that clip. So that just gave them an easy way to do what they did to him. That's why I'm like, this is crazy. That's why I'm like, that same thing would have happened to anybody if they would have spoke out about the vaccine. So that's why I'm like, I'll speak on it subtly, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fully say, oh, the vaccine BS. Like, nah, I can't. Cause I'm like,
yeah.
if I do that too much, they'll shut me down. That's why I'm like, nope. I'm like, I'm not even
Oh,
at the point.
bro, because like low key, if you speak out against that shit through your brand, then you're likely to get a new following of people that don't fuck with the vaccine. But they're
Yep.
only, of course, they're only buying your shit because they agree with your political message, not because they actually fuck with it, which is kind of bad.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, I'm like, I'm not finna be talking about that. I'm like, I know, but I'm not finna let them know that I know. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep that to myself or like talk about it amongst friends. That's why I'm like, cause like I know they be listening to conversations. They probably listen to this right now, but I'm like, regardless,
hell
I'm like,
yeah,
we not doing nothing wrong.
yeah.
But that's why
They'll
I'm like,
listen
I'm
to
not
it once it's out, bro. Trust me.
exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm not even finna say anything that could put anybody that I'm associated with in any problems with them. Cause I'm like, I ain't even finna do that. But I'm like, I know that it's BS. That's why I'm like, I'm just not gonna take it. If somebody
Yeah,
asks me, like, hey, you think I should take it? Like, I'm gonna give them my honest opinion. But I wouldn't say that same opinion on video or on audio, because I'm like, that could be detrimental.
yeah.
But ain't nothing like as a whole, like ain't nothing wrong with speaking the truth. It's just the way you do it.
The
That's
way
what's
exactly,
about it.
man.
It
You
got to be
can't come
subtle.
out with it all at once
Yep.
because then you're just gonna get
You
fucked
gotta
with that.
you gotta subtly do it and and all, damn near do it in like a jokingly way. Like you gotta do it in like I say all, damn near like almost like analogies.
Mm.
Like do stuff that's like like relating to it or that they can compare and contrast type thing. Because I'm like, if you straight up said, then what the same thing that happened to Kanye West or Kyrie Irving, that exactly what will happen.
Mm.
That's why I'm like, nope. But I'm like, it's crazy that this still happening. That they getting that like they don't want you to say the truth. And I'm like, it's in books. It's like it's available to for people to grab. It's just a lot of people not reading this information.
Yo, what did Irving say again? Because I remember him getting Twitter cancelled or whatever, but I can't remember what he said.
Who?
Kylie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. He didn't even say anything. He posted a screenshot of a movie that he found and watched on Amazon.
Is it?
It was a no caption with it. It was just a screenshot of a movie titled like the movie cover on Amazon.
Damn.
It was like Amazon.com, then it said the movie, it was like Hebrews to Negroes, and it was like Wake Up Black America. And I'm like, once I seen it, I'm like, that's probably why. I'm like, cause I'm like, I plan on watching the documentary, but I'm like, that's why they didn't want him to share that. But I'm like, at the same time, y'all bringing the energy to the wrong person. Yeah, he posted it, but who platform was it on? It's on Amazon. So
Yeah,
why
for
isn't
sure.
anybody saying something to Jeff Bezos? That's why I'm like, that's my only question with it. Because I'm like, it might have been something negative in it. Because they said it was they said Hitler or something. They was stuff that Hitler said in it, and I'm like, okay, I could understand that. But y'all mad at him, and he don't own Amazon.
Yeah, you guys gave the platform for them to release that shit, and then you're blaming the guy that posted the fucking screenshot of him watching it. Like, what?
And they profiting off of it. So
Yeah.
it's still available to the public, and y'all profiting off of it. But the person that shared it got to take all the heat for it. That's why I'm like, that don't make sense. I'm just why I'm like, it don't look right at all. But people just going along with it. But I'm like, from my perspective, it's not. Of course, it's not right. They just trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, he's wrong. Then they using other different media analysts and stuff to talk negatively about him. I'm like, just I say everybody that's mad at it might just watch it.
Mm.
Because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
for sure.
sure 95% of everybody that's saying, "Oh, you wrong for this," you said that, like, just watch it. Because they said it's based off a book. So I'm like, if I'm pretty sure them same people, if you read the book, just watch the documentary, and you would probably have a different perspective, and you will understand why he shared it.
Yo, can I go to the bathroom quickly and then we continue this shit?
For sure, yeah. Just let me know
But
when you're back. Okay, but what you had left?
fucking Kanye, Jeff Bezos and shit.
Oh yeah, everything with that they need to like it's certain people that didn't like what they said, so they just trying to paint the image of that they saying something like negative or anti-Semitic because they always use that whenever somebody speaks the truth.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, bro, like, I don't agree with that anti-Semitic shit, but the fact that
Same,
like
me either.
once people mention it, they get fucking shut down is kind of sus to me.
Yep. That's what I'm like, and
Like,
people starting to nah.
if the Jews ain't in power, bro, why are you so fucking mad when someone mentions it? Like, because obviously not every fucking Jew is in a high-paying fucking billionaire position controlling shit, but some of them obviously are, and some of them get pissed off when you mention that they're in power.
And that's the crazy part that I don't understand because I'm like, if you all of this it's available to the public. If you look up who owns certain companies and who got ties into certain companies or who own it, it's names that pop up, and then it don't nobody tell people to disclose their religion. That be with the articles that they do. So if they interview the CEO of let's say ESPN, and they be like they ask him what's your religion, you could be like nah, I don't want to say it, or but they what is it? They voluntarily say it. So if
Mm.
you look up every single company and then see who owns it, then you see their religion, you be like, I don't know. Like this is fishy. Like
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say. Because I'm like, if you see the names and see their religion, you like, okay, like this is not. It got to be some type of thing they got going on.
Nah, disclosure for the podcast though. We think all the Jews are empowered just because of their entrepreneurial skills and the fact that they're intelligent people, bro. Nothing else. Trust me.
For sure. Yeah, because they very smart. They are very smart, especially like and very business minded.
And the same way, like African Americans, once they're persecuted by slavery, they've got a bit of that oppression in their past, bro, and that kind of like gives them the motivation to succeed. Like, you fucking
Exactly.
kicked me down, I'm gonna kick you down too, and I'm gonna raise myself to a level above you.
Exactly. But it's like, and it'd be like to the point like we like, okay, we use that as fuel and motivation, but we don't use it as like to turn it into hatred
Mm,
towards the people that did it. We turn that into we put that towards our success. We'll
hell
be like,
yeah,
you know what? We gonna get y'all back. Like, nah, we passed that. That happened already. We
yeah,
not
for
gonna let it
sure.
happen again. But we use that as motivation to get us to what we everything that's being accomplished.
Nah, that's the right mentality, bro. Because too many
Most
people
definitely.
make it about like fuck white people, this and that, and I'm like, bro,
Nah, because
like,
you can't be successful like doing that. Even if it's justified, you can't be successful. Like spewing out hatred towards a certain group of people. That's why I'm like, I got love for everybody and anybody
mm,
that love me.
hell
That's why
yeah,
I'm like, but you can't love everybody because everybody not go like you.
yeah, for
So it's
sure.
just whoever is willing to accept it and reciprocate the energy. That's who I'm talking about.
Mm.
But But yeah, that's why I'm like, it just they need to change. There's a lot of stuff that need to change, but I feel like it is gradually over time. Everything is gonna get better. It's
Oh, for
just
sure.
now a lot of people are starting to be more aware and they breaking out of that like that like almost like brainwashed. Cause like some
Conditioning,
people
yeah, brainwashing,
exactly.
for sure.
Cause like it was like when before social media came out, like it wasn't a lot of people like even think about the internet. Everybody was like in person interaction. Everybody was cool. It wasn't really too much going on. Then social media came out. That's when like everything got amplified and whatever was bad, it got amplified and became worse.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
it
bro.
just
Once this whole social media fucking cancel culture started, people just totally changed, like in everything.
yep. But I see like it's like real small changes, but it's go get better at some point. Like fully, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so.
But let me see. Did you got anything else that you wanted to ask or talk about?
I wanted to ask you, how's Indiana? How's living there, man? Because I've never been to that state, and I want to know more about it.
Well, it's like weather wise, it'd be like around this time of year. Of course, it'd be like cold, but like sometimes the weather be bipolar. It'd be like hot on certain days. Like it'd be like 60, 70 degrees. Then it'd be like 40 degrees the next day. So it's confusing sometimes in the when it comes to the winter. But like just year round, it'd be like it's not that bad. In the summer, it just be hot as hell. Like
Not weather
literally.
report, bro. Not with like how are the people? How's the culture in Indiana? Because that sounds
Oh,
like the same weather as NC, bro.
what culture wise and how everybody is, it's like everybody, stated they self and it's like people will support you or whatever you're doing, but it's like they had to. It's like I don't know what it is with the support part, but other than that, like everybody cool, everybody stated they self, mind their business, and it's like some type of unity when it comes to certain stuff. But like I say overall, if when it comes to like somebody being successful, coming from here, like let's say like an artist people won't start gravitating to that artist until they see that artist going to be successful or like going to get out of the city.
Mm,
So it's like that kind of like it's a lot of good people in Gary, Indiana, but it's a lot of people that's like be focused on the negative
yeah,
and like got the mindset of like if a person doing something or anybody doing something and they don't like it or they used to be friends with them or something like it's like a popularity contest like in high school type
yeah.
like that
Some
like
petty
some
shit.
people got that yeah. It's like it's a lot of good people out here, but it's like a lot of like it's a lot of hate out here too, like a lot of negativity. It's
There's
like
so
like
much
a
hate
mix.
all over America, man. That's one of the issues with it.
Yeah.
And it's accentuated by the fact so many people got fucking guns. So Like
Yep.
if you hate each other and you hate each other enough, someone's gonna get slimed, bro. Someone's gonna get blown away.
Exactly. But I mean, overall, it ain't too bad. That's what I'm like. That's why I'm still here for the moment. But my goal is to get out of Gary.
You
Cause I'm
should,
like,
man. Honestly, there's so many. Because, bro, Gary, like, I know a few people from Gary, but it ain't on the map at all, bro. Like, you need to get to like LA or some shit.
yep.
Or
Cause
like,
I know a lot of people in LA, Atlanta, and Houston. That's why I'm like
yeah.
and New York. I'm like
Now
those are the four
Texas is a
places.
sick state too, man. Like, I want to check
Yeah.
out Texas next time I'm in America and just see about it because the taxes are low, the people are cool. Like, I need to check it
Yep.
out.
And it's like the same thing. Houston and Atlanta, like almost the same. Like if you coming down there doing anything, whether you black, white, whatever color you are, if you coming down there doing something that like promoting your business or something, people go automatically support you, whether they know you or not.
Mm.
So you will get a lot of support easily, especially if you go to either Atlanta or Atlanta or Houston. Cause like LA, it just be like you would get support out there, but like there's a lot of people out there that be trying to do stuff like just to gain stuff. Well, okay, if I do this
Yeah.
for you, what can I gain?
Nah, there's a lot of fucking
Yep.
killers out there too, man. Like, you see
Yep.
PNB Rock get killed just
Yep.
because
That's why
this
I'm
girl
like, you
posted
can't.
his location on our story.
Yep. Can't be like going out there like doing something that you would do in your hometown. You can't like be flexing and stuff, wearing jewelry, all that. Like, nah,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
watch your surroundings.
Nah, they'll take that shit so quickly if you're doing that, bro.
Exactly. And then like it be like you would never know. Like it'd be people watch you from the time you leave the airport to wherever you go to. You just won't know
Yeah,
because some people don't pay attention like that. But
that's
it,
crazy.
it it's crazy. But I say that just the top two places that I need to go to and that I would recommend anybody to go is like between Atlanta and like Houston.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go to Houston right now though. I'll wait. I'm not finna go now because I'm like it's too much going on. But
you got
most
too
definitely,
much going on over there to uproot and leave there that quick.
exactly.
Through.
But also like fashion wise, I say media wise too. I say New York is a good place too.
Yeah, but bro, the rent is hella high in New York.
Yeah, I would
Like the culture,
live in New York.
the culture is so like fucking amphetamine fast paced, bro. That it's difficult to like get your head clear, if you know what I mean.
That's why I'm like I couldn't live in New York. But
Visit
other
it.
than that,
That's what I always say, bro. I'll visit there and be a tourist there and fucking party there or whatever, go to gigs there, but I'm not gonna fucking be a permanent resident of New York.
exactly. And then they taxes is crazy. That's another
Hell yeah,
thing.
bro. That north, like, because it's northern as well, isn't it? So the taxes is insane.
Yep. That's why I'm like I'm not. I'm like I know people gonna want me to open up like that, like chasing that bag flagship store, but I'm like I can't do it. Other store because I'm like I don't want to have to deal with them taxes.
Mm.
But yeah, I think those. But yeah, all those places, those are the main places I recommend anybody to go if they doing like media, whatever, fashion, whatever, because it's just so many people to network with, and you can
Hell
easily
yeah,
meet the right person anywhere, and because I believe like strangers will make you rich before like the people that know you.
for sure. Yeah,
So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm all for that. But that's what I plan on doing, like visiting all them different states just to expand
yeah.
everything. Because I'm like, I already know people there. All I gotta do is just make the right connections. That's why. But
Mm.
LA, I'm not dealing with the you gotta pay this person to an interview because like this that's another thing. Have you ever seen No Jumper?
Hell yeah. I watch that all the time, man.
I got one of the hosts on there to wear my hats. Like he wore them like
For real.
yeah.
Well, which
This was
one?
like
Flacco.
hmm.
Which one?
It was Kiki.
Kiki, yeah. Oh, mad.
Yep. He wore it. It was like 5 or 6 different streaming episodes they did. He wore like because I sent him like 7 different color hats. It was like the trucker hats. And
Yeah. That's some excellent promo. Did they put it in the description or anything?
nope, they didn't do none of it. But because they had a few weeks ago, I mean a few weeks like prior to that, they had posted like, okay, this is our PO box. We'll be doing clothing reviews. They never did no clothing reviews. I guess they whoever seen it, they just opened it. Then he ended up seeing all the hats. And
Yeah.
it just went from that. He was wearing it on the show. He didn't know whose it was, where it was from. He just wore it. And I'm like, once I seen it, I'm like, okay, I need to find his page. I DM'd him, and he was like, hey, send me some more, and I'll wear them on the show. And I made him a brand ambassador. So he a brand ambassador,
That's
and
it, man.
yep.
Yeah, if
Cause
you
I'm like,
get in with No Jumper, because No Jumper are fucking titans in the industry, man. Once you
exactly.
get in with them, you're fucking sweet.
Yep, that's why I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I want to go to LA. Because I'm like, if I know him, I'm like, I'm not even trying to get an interview. Just let me meet everybody that's involved with the show, and that's it. I just want to network.
I can
I'm
see
like,
you being in an Adam 22 interview, though, bro. That's some real
yep,
shit. That'd be
most definitely.
crazy.
Vice versa, is both of us going to end up getting the Adam 22 interview.
Hell
Just
yeah,
watch
we can get a fucking dual interview, bro. I'll come down to LA.
for sure. That's why I'm like, but yeah, I had sent some stuff. I didn't know who was gonna see it, even if it was gonna be seen, and then they seen it. And then the crazy part that I sent, I didn't just send hats, I sent like clothing too. And out of everything that they seen, he grabbed the hat. That's why I'm
Mm.
like that was crazy to me because I'm like I didn't even like that hat. I don't like I didn't well I like it now, but I did not like that trucker hat. And I'm like
True.
yeah, that's why I'm like I do not like.
Bro. I miss what the truck hats have the bag man on them. Yeah.
No, it was the ones I'm talking about now. I mean, at that time, it was it was like a flame kind of design, but it was a C, and it had like the flame design like
Oh
incorporated
damn.
with it.
Yeah. I mean that looks sick too, man.
Yep, it was because I'm like I made it, and I'm like because I don't like hats because I'm like I got waves, so I'm like I don't wear hats, so that's why I'm
Oh
like
really? I got long hair, so I always wear hats.
yep.
My hair's
See, so you
like
got the
I ain't got a
advantage.
trim in a while, so I'll always rock a hat.
Yep. So you got the advantage. That's why
Yeah,
I'm like
hell yeah.
because I'm like, I don't like hats. So I'm like, I made it, and I'm like, I don't like this, but I'm like, I'm gonna send this since I don't like it, because I'm like, somebody else might like it, and so that's what ended up being one of my. That's one that year, even till now, that's one of my best selling items. That hat.
Hell yeah. You gotta send me the interviews where he's wearing it, bro. That's funny as hell.
I got you, because I posted majority of them, but I ain't post all of them. But I got you. I'm gonna send you the clips.
Mm.
Because I remember like Adam 22 did a clip. He was like, hey everybody tune in. We finna start streaming. And then he had zoomed in on him wearing my hat. That's why I'm like, that was perfect. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm like, all of this, it was just crazy. That's why I'm like,
That's the
once that happened,
ultimate promotion, bro.
for real. That's why I'm like, that just gave me a lot more confidence because I'm like, okay, if they rocking with what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep doing it and keep just pushing it out and stop being so self-critical of myself.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, you're doing a good thing, man. You can't get in that headspace where you're always self-critical. It's good to be self-critical sometimes, though, bro.
But
Like
not
when
all the
you need
time.
to improve. Yeah, not all the time, exactly.
Yep. You're right, and I agree. That's why I'm like I'm trying to, cause I have gotten better at that, but I'm like it still be times where I be like I second guess myself. Like okay, I just made this and I like it, but I don't know if people go like it. Like nah. I just be like like depending on what it is, I think on certain stuff still, but if it's like something that I don't really want to think about, cause I talk myself out to not doing it, I'll be like fuck it and just post it, and then it'll end up doing better than what I expected. That's why I'm like nah, I'm gonna just stop second guessing myself and just
Mm,
post whatever I need to.
hell yeah.
But okay, I forget what else did you ask? Cause I forgot the question.
I'll just ask about Indiana, man, and what it's like over there.
Oh yeah, but yeah, everything. Yeah, that was it. It was people. Whenever you say like Indiana to somebody that's not from Indiana, they'll be like, "Oh, so you got cornfields and Michael Jackson." I'm like, it's not.
Yeah, that's how
It's not.
that's how I feel about it, man. That's what I thought about it.
No, it's like
Yeah.
certain parts that look country like that. If you go like towards like the middle of Indiana, like towards like the bottom, like towards more south, you will see them cornfields and all that. But like towards the
Mm,
top, like it's not. It's not really no cornfields. It's like a city type landscape.
yeah.
Yep, and yeah, it's like
That's one of my favorite things about America, though, the kind of transition from city to like farmland. Because I was in North Carolina once and I was walking and I came across like some projects, and just next to them there was like like farmland, like fields and shit. And you don't really get that kind of landscape in the UK.
yep. I bet because I'm like Well, I haven't been over there, but like just from everything that I always seen, like y'all have a lot of don't you flats
We call the apartments flats. Yeah.
just be seeing a lot of houses and different apartments and different what is the word, the real well known like
I don't know, bro.
I right now, but it'll come back to me. But like monuments, like buildings that'll be considered monuments in that sense.
Yeah, or like old-fashioned buildings and shit. Yeah.
That's on but that is on my list. I'm like, I am going to the UK, well, London specifically.
Oh, you did, bro. You gotta come to London, bro. Trust me.
Most definitely. That's on my list too, because I made a list of everywhere I need that I'm going to go. Because I'm like, I want to do like whenever we do like a collab, it could be like a pop-up event or something that we could do over there. That's why I'm like, that'd be cool.
What, a pop-up event in London?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be fucking, bro. That would be mad. Honestly, we gotta do that.
Most definitely. That's because I'm like, that'd be an experience. That's everything I said. Like pertaining to like Indiana, like that's really it. Like it ain't really that much. But it's a lot of people. It's just certain part of the it like the mall is gonna go to like a specific. You gotta go to one of the closest cities, like Maryville,
Is it? Yeah.
like Michigan City.
What is there, Gary, like a, what kind of town is it? Is it like a small town or like a decent sized town?
It's like a small, like it's kind of like a mix of both, like a small decent size, because like it's not a lot of people here, but like almost everybody know each other for the most part.
Yeah,
like it's
that
small,
sounds like the small town shit I'm used to.
That's why I'm like, I be trying not to what is it? Because like it's like in a sense it's small if you like live in a certain area, but if you like go like around the city, like it's not small. Like it's a lot of different areas.
Oh, it's definitely.
Yep. Yeah, for the most part, like not everybody like completely know each other, but like they might have seen you once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's not that bad. But how was it in the UK?
Fucking London's cool, man, but London has insane rent and mortgage, bro. Like, if you wanted to move here, you'd have to pay an insane amount to stay anywhere. On the outskirts of the city, it's kind of like less, but if you want to stay in the city, it's more, unless you get like a council house, which is like Section 8 in the US.
Okay, dang, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think that it'd be like real expensive to move out there. I thought I thought you was
It's
gonna say it's
pretty
not that bad.
expensive, man. It's pretty expensive. But if you have a low income, you can move into the council like Section 8 houses, and they're calm, to be honest. Like, you can do a lot with them.
That's good. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Apart from that, I mean, it's a whole different culture to the States, to be honest. It's less kind of conflict, to be honest, like, because man don't have guns, so they're less like antagonistic.
Yep.
But in a lot of ways, it's also crazier because people can drink legally when they're 18. So people are buying alcohol way younger and shit.
Yep.
And getting drunk and getting stoned and getting like high off pills way earlier. So yeah, it's a whole different culture over here, bro. You gotta check it out.
Most definitely. That's why I can't wait till whenever I visit. But did you have anything else you want to talk about? Any other questions?
Nah, not really, bro. We should wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, it's been good. It been an hour. It don't even feel like it.
Hour and 20, bro. Hour and 20. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's good. Yeah, because we had a good conversation and everything. I like everything how it went. It went good.
Hell yeah. I thought it was a good one, man.
Most definitely. I appreciate you coming through and even allowing me the opportunity to interview you and talk to you.
For sure.
But
Yeah,
go
I'll post this on my page too, man, so my followers can see my little interview I did.
bet. And I'm gonna aim to release it on Monday or Tuesday at the latest.
Alright, bet. Cool.
And wait, before we leave, let the people know where they can find you at, and if you got anything coming up that you want the people to support and know about, let them know.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so you can find me on at USTDKA, underground shit they don't know about. And I'm not gonna finish out my private account because I want to keep that private. But yeah, new magazine coming soon, new paperback magazine coming soon, digital magazine, all of that. And a new book dropping soon too, a collection of short stories called Crazy Stories. That's gonna be lit.
Most definitely. But y'all heard him. Go follow him. Go support, and make sure y'all cop the magazine when it come out. And I'm gonna repeat it again just in case you all didn't hear him. But make sure to follow USTDKA on Instagram, and you know the rest. And you can find us on Instagram at Chasing That Bag LLC, Chasing That Bag Podcast. You find us on Facebook, Chasing That Bag, TikTok, Chasing That Bag. Any social media platform, we are most likely on there. So just search Chasing That Bag, and I'm there. But
Hell yeah.
we go in the
You on link,
episode.
bro? You on LinkedIn?
You said, huh?
You on LinkedIn, the platform?
Oh yeah, and LinkedIn, yeah. You can
For
look me up on there, and that's the episode. Thanks again for coming through, bro. And we finna end the episode, but before we end it, you gonna hear a word from our sponsors. I'm gonna just input it. I'm gonna just put because I got the clip. I'm gonna just add the clip in, so y'all gonna hear it after this. But
Hell yeah.
thanks to everybody for tuning in and supporting. We got more podcast episodes coming soon. Oh yeah, and bro, if you got anything you need to promote or whatever, like just let me know, and you can come back on the podcast whenever, and we can just set it
But
up.
bro, not even just to promote, just to fucking like get some other people in there and let's talk, bro. That'd be sick.
For
I'm
sure, yeah. Most
probably finna
definitely.
start my own podcast at some point too. So if I do, I'll let you on that shit as well.
Bet. Most definitely. I appreciate it. Just let me know and we can set it up.
All right, bet.
But thanks again for everybody for tuning in, and we out. Before we end this episode, you can find us on social media, Instagram at Chasing That Bag Podcast, the clothing page Chasing That Bag LLC, Facebook Chasing That Bag Podcast, and Chasing That Bag. TikTok Chasing That Bag 18, Twitter Chasing That Bag 1, and CTB Podcast 2020 for the podcast page on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube at Chasing That Bag. You'll have to search Chasing That Bag Commercial, and we should pop up then. Any other platform you could think of, just search Chasing That Bag, and we should be on there. The podcast is available on all podcast platforms, so just search up Chasing That Bag Podcast, and we are on there. Now, before we end this episode, let's get into the first official sponsor of Chasing That Bag Podcast, a black-owned restaurant called The Fry House. The Fry House is a black-owned restaurant that specializes in different fry meals and specials, such as the Monster Trio, which consists of fries topped with steak, chicken, shrimp, pepper jack, cheese, American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and so much more. And they have many other options and different things that you can buy that includes, that is made on top of fries. And you can, say what you don't want, say what you want. But I'm pretty sure that you go like everything that you see, because I know I do. And I don't have any issues with the issue myself. I mean, with the menu myself, everything sounds great and tastes great. You can find them on Instagram at The One Fry House and Facebook at The Fry House. Make sure to follow them and stay up to date to see when their restaurant opens. As of now, they are doing curbside and delivery in certain areas in the greater Chicago area, Northwest Indiana, at certain events that they be at around the area. So make sure you follow them to stay up to date with everything, and so you will know where they'll be and where to get your fries from. The Fry House. Thank you again for sponsoring the podcast. Now let's get into the last sponsor of the podcast. This next sponsor is brought to you by another black-owned business called the Slide Plugs. The Slide Plugs specializes in customized slides. So that means you can get anything ranging from any pictures that you can think of put onto your own custom pair of slides made for you, or you can get your brand's logo put onto a custom pair of slides, or get the brand bundle to get some for your brand. And you can just get almost any picture that you can think of can be put on a pair of slides and made for you or someone else. You can get it as a birthday gift, Christmas, anything you could think of. The Slides Plug can do any picture that you can think of. It just has to be, the right light and everything, but they can do almost any picture that you can think of. But follow them on social media, follow them on Instagram at The Slide Plug. I'm going to spell it out, TheSlideplugs on Instagram. And you can find them on Twitter at The Slide Plugs. And you can also find them on YouTube. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. We greatly appreciate you. And that's the end of the sponsor. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode and constantly supporting. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting since the beginning and constantly supporting and listening to the podcast episodes whenever we put them out. We really appreciate it. And we have podcast merch coming very soon and more new episodes, more content. Thank you all for bearing with us and staying with us throughout this whole journey. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And we out.